Welcome, everyone.
Over there.
God fucking. Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Reincarnated as a Podcaster. We're your hosts, the Ed Boy, the Bobby J, the Forest.
Today we have a very special episode where we talk about our Lord and Savior,
Nicolas Cage. Have you guys seen all the other movies he's coming out in?
No. I don't think so.
Horse of War 2.
No. So there's the... Oh, fuck. Well, I'm trying to remember. There's one, I can't remember off the top of my head. But there's another one with a trailer that just dropped called Sympathy for the Devil. That looks great. Looks absolutely amazing.
Sounds good.
And then he's in another one that I want to say it's like a video game adaptation of something.
He's going to be in a video game.
Yeah, I got that news article right here.
Oh, hey.
Like he's going to be Dead by Daylight, Nicolas Cage as a survivor. So we're going to be playing that, Eddie.
I retweeted it, and then Forrest texts me like a few minutes later. We're going to play Dead by Daylight, right?
We're going to play Dead by Daylight again?
All four of us, and we're only Nicolas Cage.
Can you do that?
Yeah.
Shit.
I don't know if there's different skins for it.
I think that's the look for the new movie, I think.
I was hoping he would be I would play it, but every time I play a video, you get copyright struck. So,
Son of a bitch.
so I'm not gonna play it. But I don't know. I thought he would be a bad guy too.
Yeah,
I was hoping he would be like both.
Because that looks like what he wears in the trailer for the new film.
Oh my god! What if he could be the killer as Dracula?
Well, that's what I was hoping, or
cool.
one of his other characters he's played.
The dude from Face Off.
John Travolta?
Yes, you can play as him as John Travolta. Yeah. I love that.
So today we're talking about Renfield.
Yep.
And the royal funness that Renfield was.
I'm gonna go too short.
No.
It felt like it was 40 minutes long.
I didn't think it was too short. I felt like it was right, but not enough Nicolas Cage.
I think I just so used to movies being like 3 hours long.
That's probably true.
The 90-minute movie
like
comes
finally
out.
A good amount of like running time movie comes out. I'm like, that's pretty quick.
You're like, hour and a half. I can go do something.
You know, I never knew a 90-minute movie could feel kind of padded, but this one kind of does a little bit.
Yeah.
That whole half of that whole half act.
I don't know. But like, this movie is interesting because to me, I thought this was going to be Nicolas Cage just going around being Dracula. But no, we have
sexy, Beast Boy.
Beast Boy, yeah, there you go. Sexy Beast Boy, man. Just being the press boy.
Asshole cook man.
Yeah.
I forget his other roles. We have Tolkien.
Oh, yeah, he is in Tolkien.
Yep.
Yeah. But then we have him in fucking Aquafina. The whole movie, basically. Which, they're not bad. I think they're fun.
I watched 3 movies.
Did you? I felt like it was just 2.
I felt 2.
I felt 2 movies.
What's your 3?
Okay, the first one is Beast Boy getting his relationship with Dracula. And then you have Aquafina's revenge story. And then you have Dracula's trying to come back to full power.
But I feel like one of those ties into the other one.
Does it?
Yes.
Technically, I'd argue they all tie into each other, just not in a good way.
I just feel like one of them is a lot more outlier than the other 2 are.
I don't know. Like,
it was John Ralphio, right?
It definitely felt well. Curious. How's it start exactly?
I love the beginning of this movie.
Yeah, the flashback.
It's a flashback, yeah.
And it's funny because I was listening to an interview with like the I think it was the director of this movie or the writer. I can't remember. It was one of the 2. I think it was the director.
Was there an AMA?
I think there was. There was an AMA, but that wasn't it.
Oh.
It was on a podcast. And they were talking to the director of it, and that whole opening montage of like the recreations of the old films and stuff was not originally pitched when they did it. And they did it on the down low because the studio told them not to do it.
Go do it anyway.
That sounds about normal.
So they did it like on any time they would be filming other stuff on like a B stage.
Yeah.
They'd be doing the stuff for that opening. and then all trying to jump through the hoops with Universal to get that footage.
Of course, it's Universal.
And to like to see like what lenses they used and like where the shots and the lighting were to get it pretty much perfectly, because those are like shot for shot.
Yeah.
Like what the old movie is.
Yeah.
And they did all that on the down low, and they're like, "Oh, I'm happy we did it," because in the original like script and everything they did, there's nothing that really shows that relationship between Renfield and Dracula like growing.
Yeah.
It was supposed to just like yeet you into this the modern
You're supposed
version
to
of it.
understand what their relationship was already just by watching old Dracula films. Is how I would understand it at that point.
You're a real estate agent, and you turn into a vampire's assistant.
Seems like a good deal. Yeah. He's ancient. All you gotta do is eat bugs.
Damn.
What a deal.
Well, I mean, this version of him's a little better, right?
Right. He has superpowers.
I mean, he could be locked in an insane asylum forever.
But then he becomes the Joker. That's pretty good. I see win-win situation here.
Win-win situation here. So, what do you guys like about the film?
Dracula.
Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage whenever he's on screen as Dracula.
Yeah, he was amazing. Yeah. He was like 12 out of 10.
Uh-huh.
I do like the dynamic between the two.
Oh, yeah.
Between Dracula and the Renfield's character.
I thought they were funny together.
Oh, yeah.
Like, my favorite scene is when Dracula first walks into the help. What do you call that? Like, I need help. Abusive relationship, hotline.
The support group?
Yeah,
support group.
That's what it is. When he first walks in and he does the whole spiel of, "Who are you?" And he just goes, "I'm, Lord of Darkness," all that fun shit. And then he's like, "Oh, you're Renfield's boss." And he floats up Dracula. You're like, "Oh, shit. It's about to go down."
Here, guys. Why? We got to get out here right now.
I think my favorite scene is when he goes into his apartment and Dracula's there. And that whole just like interaction between the two of them in his house is top tier for me.
No, the best camera shot for that was when he steps in and you see Dracula there. He looks down and says, "Welcome," or come in or something.
He's like, shit.
He's like, shit. So make sure you watch your floor match. You might get a
and that's the thing. It's like I think everything that dealt with them two and their relationship and everything was amazing. Was like top tier.
This is my tier list of characters that I liked. Nicolas Cage. And then the random mob dude.
Which one?
The son of the big mob.
Oh.
I forgot his name.
Yeah.
Okay.
That guy. Then Renfield.
Okay.
And then everyone else.
Where'd you don't put what's his name? The first hunter in the beginning, like up higher.
The fucking Leatherface looking guy.
He gets decapitated.
Not enough screen time.
Nah, it's true. I do like the son. I don't remember his name either.
I remember his name.
Yeah,
Something
that guy's
Wolf.
funny.
Yeah. Just his character throughout the whole thing. When you first meet him, he's like, "Oh shit, what the fuck?" And he's like at the checkpoint throwing drugs at the cops. I'm like,
so funny.
I'm watching. I'm like, what the fuck is this movie?
It's just ridiculousness. It's amazing.
I feel like the first watch, you're just confused and funny. The second watch, I think it's just more funny. Like you just understand everyone's dynamic.
You understand what it is.
I don't know if I was expecting a comedy.
I don't know what I was expecting when I first saw this trailer. Or I didn't even see the trailer when I first saw the image.
I think when I watched it, I was like, oh, this is going to be like one of those just super crazy like action horror comedies is kind of what this was going to be. Yeah. And for the most part, that is what it is. It's just an over the top kind of action gore fest. Oh yeah. Very creative on its kills. I love it.
Dude, those kills when they're at the apartment complex.
Oh, yeah. Dude, Awkwafina and Renfield when they're fucking killing everyone. The one that stands out to me is like the guy that's like on the rail backwards and he comes down from like the third floor and just smashes him down.
My favorite is the one where he impales the dude with another dude's arm.
Oh,
I like that sequence. He rips up the dude's both arms and he's like, well, shit. He kicks ass.
He throws it and impales the dude with the arm.
That shit was badass.
Yeah. You know who should have been Renfield? Jackie Chan. Oh my God. Could use those arms so cool.
Or boy, fucking, what's his name?
Oh, Ip Man.
Man.
Donnie Yen.
Like, dude. But he would be blind, and I don't think that would work out too well as like a vampire assistant.
He can smell their blood.
Oh, yeah.
That's how he sees.
I do like the idea of the bugs being like the catalyst for him to get his powers.
Yeah. Well, it's just a fun tie-in because in the book, Renfield eats bugs.
No, that is true.
I mean, he doesn't have superpowers in the book, but he eats bugs. So this is just a nice way, like, hey, you know that detail? Well, we turned it into something.
Like if you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Yeah.
There's a few parts. I don't know. I like Renfield a lot. Just like him when he's getting, he's trying to get rid of Dracula. Basically, he lets all the bugs out. He's like, be free. Basically,
I just love that he's in a support group for like toxic relationships, how to get out of them.
Well, he's not even there for that reason. He's like, I'll go save these people by killing them.
But it just fits. I mean, it fits the theme of this film.
Oh yeah,
and I mean, for me, that's why I kind of don't like the B plot of this movie.
A romance?
No. I mean, romance is whatever's. It's just her whole plot.
Yeah,
Does not in my head serve the theme of this film at all.
It makes sense if you think about it that they didn't have enough. They didn't write enough. They're like, we gotta add something. We have a script for something.
I have this mafia movie.
They're like, dude, I got this great idea. Nicolas Cage is gonna start it. It's gonna be fantastic. And then they're like, okay. Like, how do you end it, or how do you continue? And you're like, I don't know.
I have about 15 minutes.
My premise is Nicolas Cage. Hold up. Dracula. So are we just redoing Dracula? No. It's going to be about his servant.
What are they going to do?
Cool.
I don't know.
No. This was actually happened. They had the script or whatever, right? And then Universal was like, I want another plot. I want some romance in here. Do it or you don't get any money. And they're like, fuck.
I can see that. I feel like it's...
I don't... This is the thing, right? I don't even really care about the romance because I feel like that could serve the theme of him trying to leave this toxic relationship and move on, right? And I feel like that would work. What doesn't for me is the fact that this romance also has this B plot with these gangsters. And it's also like some weird... like cop movie that's been shoved into here that they kind of shoehorn together at the end because they have to justify all the fluff.
Like they didn't even need to justify that much because at the beginning, he gets intertwined with the mafia because he kills the dudes that stole the drugs, right?
Yeah.
So they're already kind of like, I know this guy. This guy already fucked me up. We're gonna fuck him up. We're gonna find out that he's like Dracula or whatever.
But the thing is, I look at that, right? I look at that and I understand it's there because the writers are like, "Yo, man, we got to justify all this extra shit that we have in here." So we're gonna start the B plot here with him, right, to justify everything else that comes after it. When it could have just been this weird relationship between Renfield and Dracula, which is what everyone was there for to begin with.
So I just feel like they wrote it out and they realized they had like 30 minutes of content, not an hour 30. Like, shit.
Because it's not like they do their groundwork to make sure it makes sense plot wise to the story, but it doesn't really make sense as an overall idea of what this story looked like it was meant to be.
Yeah,
it's just there as fluff, and then they set everything up to make sure it internally makes sense, but it shouldn't be there. It's like I'm not saying that Awkwafina's character shouldn't exist in some way, shape, or form, but I don't feel like that whole B plot needed to be there at all.
Yeah, I said I don't think she needed to be such a big role.
I mean, then it got resolved.
It got resolved.
Did she avenge her father? I guess.
Pretty much, everyone fucking died.
Yeah, everyone died.
And then she arrested the girl, the mafia girl.
Yeah. The boss, the boss lady.
And
then she made her relationship with her sister.
Yeah.
And they killed the son by making him shit blood and vomit blood at the
that
same
shit
time.
was badass.
I love the fucking Mortal Kombat X-ray. And it's so funny because I think the director cited that was their inspiration for that, and they wanted to do something just stupid crazy over the top for that final kill.
I need Dracula 2? Renfield 2?
Renfield 2?
Because Dracula's not dead.
Yeah, but said they left it open that he can come back. They're like, I don't know how long it's going to take.
Well, you could.
Come back.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm like, did they just like chop them up, turn them into little like concrete cubes and dump them into
Flush 'em down the
sewer, into the sewer, basically?
Yeah. That's pretty smart.
Well,
In holy water, little concrete cubes or whatever they did.
You put holy
Fucking
water in your
stupid.
fucking concrete mix.
hey, you need water. Might as well make
Does
it
that
holy.
cancel it out?
Wait, is that how they build temples? They use holy water
Yeah,
for masonry
dude.
bricks?
Yeah. That's exactly how that works.
Demons can't come in. We got the holy bricks.
So like when they're cutting tile, they have to put like
No,
holy water.
so the way it works is there's holy water mixed in with the grout.
Yeah.
And then there's salt mixed into the doorways. what other anti-demon measures I can think of?
The Bible's buried under
Blood lamp as red paint.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. I can't wait. I'm gonna build my house like that.
It's not studs. It's a bunch of crucifixes. Like,
And they come
and
up
they make
and
a
then-
stud.
They don't connect them.
You have one building, and they just went to Rome and like found like the remains of all different crucifixes that they used over the years, and that's what you use as framing.
We'll find Jesus one.
All door hinges are made out of silver.
This is the perfect way to keep. See, I don't want to keep Dracula.
Do you go
out. It's
silver? Or do you go
Nicolas Cage.
iron? If we're going for like an overall, I'm blocking all spirits out.
A mixture of.
Silver on the one half, iron on the other. They meet in the middle.
Okay, you know how it's like the 3 rings. So that part is made out of silver, and then the thing that goes inside, it's iron.
Wait, which 3 rings? The elves, the dwarfs, and the the humans. Those 3 rings.
Good Lord. But yes, I know. I mean, I don't know what else. I do. There's so many parts of this movie that I love, and it was just so much fun, and it was so great to watch the characters just go crazy.
It's a very fun watch. I watched this movie 2 times.
Yep.
I could probably watch it another 2 times without being like, it's not funny.
I think the first time. So the first watch, the one thing I remember between the difference is, I guess, when Dracula is, he gets burned, all beat up and shit. And they bring him the shitty blood from the bad guys. This is shit. I want good blood. And he writes down, he tells them, he's like, I want a bus full of cheerleaders, 4 nuns, and something else. And he's like, you want all that?
He's like,
that never happened.
Girl cheerleaders? Don't make this up.
Don't make this a sexual thing.
I love that. And then he's like, oh man, okay. And then he goes to that weird
It's like a bar.
And then the fucking oh no, he walks in, it's the 4 fucking nuns. He's like, oh shit. And then you hear the bus comes by, cheerleaders. He's like, oh shit, I gotta hit all these.
He just casually walks with the fucking what's like liquid.
Chloroform.
Yeah, behind his back.
The cops come in, he's like, oh shit. Oh, he fucking decapitates the one, or is it cuts the arms off or decapitates?
Yeah. No, he cuts the arms off with a dish.
And she's like, that was pretty cool. He's like, adrenaline, I guess.
I was in the war.
Which war? Fuck, man. I don't know. It's funny. Even the parts that are like extra, they still bring at least some type of comedy to it.
And that's how you have to go about doing something like this, right?
Oh, yeah.
If you're gonna have that extreme violence and just the overtone of this movie, I mean, you make it comedic because people like laughing at other people's pain.
It's pretty funny.
But yeah, and that's what you guys are saying. As I said, is the thing I always. It's like it's the interactions between the two of them that really sell this film.
Yeah. I feel like this was also a movie I could watch like 1,000 times probably and be able to quote it. Like, I feel like it's a quotable movie because there's so many like one-line jokes. It's almost like a Spamalot to me. Like, I've seen that movie 1,000 times.
Oh, like Monty Python.
Yeah, Monty Python. I could probably quote that fucker from day in to day out. I feel like this is the same thing. Like, us talking about it, there's so many funny lines. You're just like, oh, yeah, this is pretty funny.
It's like at the end when he's back at the support group and he's like, we'd like to thank Renfield for bringing us back to life and for the things we saw that we'll never forget.
We'll never unsee.
That was a great scene, too. I forgot about that.
The whole
Those
support
poor
group
guys.
was great.
It's just so funny.
I like when he's talking to I don't remember that the asshole type dude. He's like, I was following him, and I was gonna be, he was gonna be my next
friend, right?
friend. Friend,
Yeah, I got you.
The whole support group was just funny. Like the main dude. He's like, just welcome in, come on in. He's like, oh no, you fucked up.
I like the bit of the cops shitting on the one specific cop. Shut up, Kyle.
Fuck up, Kyle.
You can get a promotion. You can have Kyle's desk. What? Shut the fuck up. Even she shits on him. I don't know. We all know people like that.
It's just so funny. I give it an 8.5.
8.5?
I was going to give it an 8.
I was probably going to give it an 8.
Yeah. This is a fun movie. It scratches the itches. Obviously, our Lord and Savior Nicolas Cage in there, so you take that bias as you will.
I think that's sequel.
Yes.
But
I said I want just Nicolas Cage as redoing the whole old movie.
that'd be dope.
I don't know. They could give us another, instead of a sequel, a prequel.
Mm-hmm. And you just go through, like, because they already did the scenes, and I'd argue those are the best scenes in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Because they even did it for the credits. They had, like, some of the scenes kept going.
Uh-huh.
I think I would like just that movie redone with Nicolas Cage and the Renfield guy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not looking up your name. We're too far in.
Beast Boy.
Nick Holt.
What?
Nick Holt. It's like Nicholas Holt
Okay.
is his name. Because it was Nick and Nick. That's what it was.
Yeah.
It's funny to me.
Okay. Well, Beast Boy, I like it. Aquafina was fun, but
Aquafina's Aquafina.
yeah, they just added her.
She was her.
You get a laugh every so often because she's funny in general.
Yeah, exactly. She was herself.
Nicholas Holt.
Ah.
Teddy Lobo was the one dude.
Oh,
yeah.
the son?
Yeah.
Funny guy.
But yeah, I'd watch this again.
Easily.
It's streaming on Peacock if you want to see it.
And other services.
Yes.
Winky face.
Winky face.
I'm sorry, Winky. Face. Whatever.
You
Or you take that.
You have issues there, man?
I'm getting a stroke.
Don't worry. I'll totally cut it.
You smelling some burnt metal there, my man?
Got some burnt toast.
Ooh, we're having toast?
But yeah, those Renfield. What'd you guys think of it? Have you seen it?
I'd recommend watching it.
I'd recommend watching it if you haven't. Because
Watch it.
Watch it again. If you already watched it.
yeah, watch it again. Do it again.
I feel like I said, my second watch through, I saw more things I didn't notice the first time.
Yep. Join us in our wonderful time and enjoying the Cageassance that we're in.
Oh my God. There's going to be like 10 more movies, 3 more games. We even might stream the game or record the game of us dying as Nicolas Cage multiple times.
Absolutely.
If you happen to know Nicolas Cage, show him this video.
Or just send him a note to us. Or you can have him DM us a small video. We'll put it in the background. We'll probably get copyright struck by some random studio. So, yeah, see you in the next film. Bye-bye.
Imagine.